Good evening. Now your STV news, including the headlines for air. Former Rangers owner Craig White did not use a single penny of his own money in his takeover of the club, his trial has been told. The prosecution urged jurors to convict the 46-year-old in its summing up at the High Court in Glasgow. Craig White is accused of acquiring Rangers by fraud in May 2011. He denies the charge. First Minister's questions has been dominated by general election campaigning. During angry exchanges at Holyrood, all opposition parties attacked the SNP's record in government on health and education. Nicola Sturgeon warned that a Tory win on June the 8th would make things worse. Oil giant Shell is to cut a further 90 jobs from its North Sea operation. Staff were informed of the decision at a meeting this morning in Aberdeen. The Unite Union says it's a further sign that the oil downturn is not over. The mother of a Scottish zookeeper who was killed by a tiger is calling for tougher rules to protect staff from dangerous animals. Fiona McClay, whose daughter Sarah died in May 2013, was speaking after another zookeeper was killed earlier this week in Cambridgeshire. She says the government must intervene. Edinburgh University says an email which went out to students suggesting some graduation ceremonies had been cancelled was caused by a system error. A spokesman said there was no breach of their network and no student data had been compromised. The university has written to students to reassure them that their graduations will go ahead. And the main headlines in air. STV understands that Lee McCulloch is expected to become the permanent manager of Kilmarnock shortly. The former player will commit to signing a 3-year contract, barring any last-minute hitches. And a student from the University of the West of Scotland has been named as a Scottish ambassador for the British Lions rugby squad. 20-year-old Callum Kerr, who's studying sports journalism, will be travelling to New Zealand with seven other ambassadors from home nations. We'll be back in an hour with the STV News at 6, but first it's time for the local weather forecast. Good evening.
STV Weather, sponsored by Thompson. STV Weather, sponsored by Thompson.